Really? We're ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Hi, everybody. Hey, it's Chef Dan here. I don't feel very good today. I'm just grouchy. Thankfully, I cherish my health. It's still good. It was kind of creepy yesterday. We were seeing a pain management doctor, and he goes, you know, we're all supposed to be dead by now. We're not supposed to live this long. We're supposed to be eaten by dinosaurs or something like that. I said, that's a real cheery mood. So, yeah, thanks, modern medicine, for keeping us going long past our expiration date. Thank you, doctor. But we still got to eat right, and we still got to make sure nutrition's part of our world. And if we're going to enjoy our food, let's make sure it's healthy too. It really can tick all the boxes, and that's what this morning show is all about. Me getting my health, supporting my health through food, but I won't eat anything that's just mediocre. I'm too spoiled for that. So here we go. Today it's shrimp day. We've got shrimp. I got a lot of shrimp. Why? Because it's left over from a class from a couple days ago. So the tails are off, deveined is all done, ready to cook. I've also got farro, my favorite grain. Cooked off a batch of that yesterday, so we'll just reheat. And today, to flavor the shrimp, I've got lemon and basil. What's wrong with that? We'll throw in a little extra butter in there too. And my rainbow of vegetables today is onion, pepper, asparagus, and cauliflower and zucchini. So we got a big rainbow today, and that's what we got to start on first. The shrimp are going to cook quick. They're going to cook super quick. Literally maybe 3 to 4 minutes max. So there's no point in starting the protein. Let's start just cutting up vegetables and getting everything as usual, nice and thin. New little addition to my kitchen, a compost pile. Got a compost thing. What kills me is here I am. I'm trying to be a good citizen. Compost, because I make a lot of compost. You know, it's my world. I'm a chef. I gotta pay for it. You're okay. You're gonna use it for something. I don't know. Maybe you're gonna develop koi ponds or some weird, you know, fish food or for farm-raised fish. I don't know. But I gotta pay for you to take my compost. So of course it's full of grass trimmings and all that kind of stuff. Thanks to this rain and snow and all the moisture and the fact that I got my lawn aerated and fertilized, my grass has already been had to cut twice this spring.
They say we're out of the drought now.
Growing like crazy.
It
yeah,
is.
You know,
ours is too.
Who's they?
We trained the kids to mow the lawn this year.
You trained the kids to mow the lawn?
Yep.
Nobody's got their foot off yet?
We're winning at our house.
No scars yet?
Yep, no scars.
No trips to the doctor for stitches? Jody's kids can get into anything to create havoc.
Yeah.
And they're good-natured kids, don't get me wrong. They have not...
Very adventuresome.
There is not an evil bone in any one of her kids. But they do find a way to be a part of mayhem.
Yes. Lots of ER trips.
State Farm commercial. Hey, I'm mayhem, you know.
Nate's our ER kid, that's for sure.
Right, so we're just going to call him Mayhem 1 and Mayhem 2. Mm-hmm. We'll have done with it. I'm still whittling on my head of cauliflower, which I thought was kind of a fun way to go about things. That was even new to me. As you can see, I've been whittling on it for about a week and a half, and it's getting smaller and smaller. And I try to avoid these little dark spots. But, okay, we got plenty of vegetables. We got so much shrimp, we don't want too many vegetables today. All right, let's get cranking here. Some things will never change. Let's get our oil. The only thing that has changed, I don't have big bottles of stuff anymore. My wife said, can you just put in the curd to make it look nicer? And I said, sure, honey. So, olive oil. I can tell the difference between oils because the color, barely. Avocado oil. Olive oil. That's all you need to know. I'm probably giving you too much information. But those are the two oils I keep on hand. Avocado for non-flavor, higher temperatures. Olive oil for more flavor, lower temperatures, more nutrition. Big part of it. I always thought it was amazing when I learned that the average family in the Mediterranean, which would be Corsica, Sardinia, Italy, southern France, Greece, of course, and of course the northern rim of Africa, as well as Malta and Crete, etc. so on. It's not unusual for them to go through a liter of olive oil a week.
Oh my gosh, wow.
Yeah, and it's one of the healthiest diets on the planet. So there, good oils, good fats. It's all about the good fat. So again, we're hitting it with ground turmeric, which we talked about. This particular one I did get at Asian market, way cheap at the Asian market, of course. I think it was like 29 cents or something like that. Well, they weren't that low, but cheaper than our regular stores. Again, if you've got an Asian market not far from you, great way to save money. The values there, especially things that produce is always less expensive. It's not as A-rated perfect, but it's just as nutritious and cooks up fine. You might see a spot on a tomato. Their mushroom selection is way better than even Whole Foods for exotic mushrooms. You really get good ones there. And some of their proteins, if you're comfortable with them, are really great too. Of course, some of them are a little odd because most of the fish is whole fish, and if you don't know how to cook it or fillet it, that can be a little problematic, but it's worth it. So I'm going to do a little two-tone stuff here. I got this pan hot. I'm going to heat the Farro first, just so I don't have to try to find my microwave. So I'm just going to heat up some Farro. This still has a little bit of liquid in it. I usually cook Farro in a 4-to-1 water to Farro ratio, and it does not absorb all of the water. So we got a little sizzle there. It is a whole grain. It is a healthy grain. It is an ancient grain. It also does have a touch of gluten in it. So if you are looking for a completely gluten-free diet, this shouldn't be part of your grain repertoire, but it is a healthy grain. And the amount of gluten in it is insignificant for the average person, as well as, what was I going to say? It's natural. It's not been crossbred. It's not been genetically modified. Most of the wheat in this country isn't genetically modified, from my understanding, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it is hybrid. A man named Norman Borlaug many years ago created a hybrid wheat that would grow lower and not get as high, and therefore was less susceptible to extreme weather conditions damaging the crop. And it was considered a modern miracle, and like he's a saint. The problem with all that is it kills the nutrition to a certain extent. So we always end up making those weird sacrifices just for that. And one of the problems can be that when you achieve one thing, you destroy another. And nutrition should be our top priority. All right, here goes our shrimp. All I really want to do with this is make sure it's all flat on the pan, so it's all touching the pan, so it's all getting cooked. Fun to play with, but we don't want to play with our shrimp. There we go. Let's hit it with some salt and pepper. Look at that, I'm almost done with that. I'm still with it. That's good. It'll be one less thing to clutter up the countertop with. Let me get a little more pepper over here too. Jody doesn't mind pepper.
Nope.
Okay. So, this is all coming along really well. I'm about ready to, I'm going to turn that down. That's, everything's nice and hot and just well cooked in there. So I do need some basil for my finishing touch. So as always, it's just taking the leaves, none of the stems. Tiny stems are not a problem, but I just don't want any logs in there to get stuck in my teeth. And of course, the stems don't have the same flavor as the leaves, so the only two herbs where the stems taste like the leaves is cilantro and parsley. Cilantro and parsley, you can use the tiny stems and it's okay. So I'm just getting this cut up real thin so it'll be a nice flavoring. I do have a lemon ready, and we are going to make a bit of a lemon butter. So we've got a couple more layers to go through here to get our breakfast ready. We're going to do 1 egg each today, too, simply because we've got a lot of shrimp. Those are doing just fine. So let's get those turned over. There's always a couple of rogues that don't like it when I try to flip them over, so I have to do individually. Like, give me a little extra love, Daddy. There we go. Those will be just about another 30 seconds. We'll put them in over here. I'll do a quick saute on the greens and then hit our eggs and we're ready to go. So today we're going to eat out of bowls. No need for the big platters and all that stuff. Keep things pretty simple today. And as always, I try to clean up as I go just because I don't like cleaning up. Especially after driving. Boy, every time I grill, my grill's a mess and I don't worry about it. Kind of like being a sushi or a stir-fry chef today, building things one at a time. Watching stir-fry chefs is one of my favorite culinary activities, especially guys are good because the way they approach all the different ingredients to make them come together is really kind of fun for someone like me. It can seem a little confusing to the average eye, but they're just making sure nothing is overcooked in stir-fry. So they'll use one pan, one big wok, and they'll cook the shrimp almost all the way through, take it out. Hit it with a little bit of this and that, like garlic and ginger, take that out. Add the vegetables, bring those just to heat where they're still crunchy, take those out. And then bring it all back together with the flavoring, i.e. the sauce, and dump it in your little to-go container, your little Chinese food to-go container. So, it's fun to watch. And of course they're fast, which is another thing. Why are they fast? Because everything's cut up small. So everything comes down high heat quickly. Come on, Will. There we go. Okay. All right. The hardest part about this dish is going to be trying to divide that up equally. So let's hit it with our eggs. What we're going to do is I'm going to start melting the butter. And I'm going to hit this with lemon juice. Fish and seafood love lemon, love citrus. It's a match made in heaven. And I gotta keep remembering, don't throw it in the trash can, throw it in the compost. And we'll just sprinkle that. And that's pretty much ready to give you up.
It's pretty.
See if I can create a tiny bit of separation on these guys. Like whenever I make cookies, they all just run together because I'm always trying to make cookies bigger than I should. Careful, raw shrimp.
Yes, I would.
Jody can't touch raw shrimp,
very
everybody.
aware of where it is.
So if you ever have it in your house, don't make her peel the shrimp, okay?
Oh.
All right. Boy, it even looks like stir fry. Who's going to get more shrimp today? I try to be democratic. There we go. That's pretty even. And of course, the love of cast iron gives it a chance to no soak, just while it's hot. A quick wipe and try it out on the stove. Normally I put Cholula right on the food. Today we're just going to set it at the dinner table, breakfast table, period. And I'll let Jody help herself, as I will too. And we're not going to torture ourselves by trying to eat with chopsticks today, so we're just going to eat like people with forks. If I can find a thing like, there we go. There we go. Napkins, coffee. Life is good. Let's get our eggs out and enjoy. See if I can do it without a sponge. Come on. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're all set. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. Remember, enjoy your food on every level. Enjoy the experience of eating it. Enjoy it deliciously. Enjoy it health-wise. experience the cooking part, get better. We can all improve our cooking skills, even me. And I'll see you in a week. Thanks.